Good afternoon, children. We will be discussing text that classified today. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to identify classification text structure, make a graphic organizer based on the text read, and differentiate things according to types. So we will be discussing text types according to purpose and features. We have the classification, we have the explanation, the enumeration, and the time order. But for today, we will be only discussing about classification. Okay, so what is classify? Okay, so classify means is to group types of items. For example, in these slides, you can see types of birds. We have the ostrich, we have the rooster, and the parrot. Okay, now on this slide, we have types of sports like we have boxing, we have basketball, and then of course, the track and field. So therefore, classification text structure is when the authors are organizing their written ideas by groups or types. So classification text starts with a main idea and using the rest of the text to explain a series of secondary ideas. For example, on this slide, the first sentence is a topic sentence where you can get the main idea, while the rest of the text are the supporting details where you can see the secondary ideas. Here you see how the secondary ideas are being organized according to types, kinds, segments, categories, or parts of a whole. So as you can see, the blue sentence, which is the topic sentence, while the yellow sentences, those are the supporting details. In this example, the author is organizing his written ideas according to classification text structure. You may press pause so that you may read the paragraph. And while you're reading, try to identify the different types of groups. Okay? I think you're done reading now. Okay, next. So the author is classifying types of ways to lose weight. So here he discusses exercise, diet, surgery, and weight loss pills. Okay? Now, so when you are trying to identify a text structure, it is helpful to look for signal words. These signal words will give you clues as to what structure it might be, but you still have to rely on the content in order to make the final decision. So in classification text structure, you are looking for divide or classify, type or kind, option, example or for example, we have sort, group, first and second, and another. And aside from these examples, we still have lots of examples of signal words. Okay, now let's go back to the example paragraph about losing weight. You have to press pause and try to identify the signal word or words. Okay, now the author used one keyword at the beginning that clearly shows this text is a classification text structure. So what do you think? Options is your clue in this case. Okay? Now, in order for us to understand more about the text, we may use graphic organizers so that we can understand how the authors organize the text. You will be able to visually see the organizational pattern of the text, which enable you to understand text structure. Now, if we use this graphic organizer to understand the paragraph about losing weight, let's move on to the next slide. Okay? So this is just another example of graphic organizer. You can use another type or another kind of organizer. Okay? Now, so this is how the author organized his ideas about the paragraph. So in the first box, you can see there ways to lose weight. Okay, and then on the second boxes, the second layer of boxes, we have the exercise, we have the diet, we have the weight loss pills and surgery. And of course, the last one, the signal word used, is the option. So see, it is more clear, and then it is very clear on how the author organizes his ideas. Okay, so you can really understand what was the idea of the thought author wants you to understand. Okay, now for our first activity, you have to read the text and then copy and complete the graphic organizer on the next slides. So still you have to press again at the pause and start reading. Okay, so this is the graphic organizer that you will need to copy. So the word or phrases in the box of this will be your guide to organize your idea. I mean the author's idea. Okay, so you have to press the pause again, and then you need to copy this graphic organizer. Okay, so what do you think? So now let me check your answers. So the first box, you can see there the kinds of animals according to diet. So we have three. We have the herbivores, we have the carnivores, the omnivores, and of course the signal word used is classified. Okay. Now for activity number 2, you have to read each text and identify whether the text you're reading is classification. So you have to number your notebook in 1 to 5. What are you going to do? You just have to write yes or no in your notebook. So you need to press the pause so that you may have time to read the text. Okay? This is number 1. And this is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And this is the 5th one. Okay? Now, let's check your work. So which of the following is a classification text? Write yes or no in your notebook. So the answer in number 1, it's no. Number 2, it's no. 3, it's yes. 4 is no again. And of course, the last one, it's the 5th one, it's yes. Okay, congratulations uh, for those students who get the perfect score. Very good, and congratulations. Now for activity number 3, read the text again. Copy and complete the graphic organizer on the next slide. So again, you need to press the pause again, and then you have read. Take time to read. Okay. This is only one paragraph. Okay. This is just a continuation. Okay. So this, of course, the graphic organizer that you need to copy. Then your answer, of course. Okay. The first box, where you can see the main idea. You have the different types of rock music. We have the alternative, we have the classic rock, we have the hard rock or the metal, and the signal word used is types. Okay? For your fourth activity, you have to read the text and make a graphic organizer. So again, you need to press the pause and then take time to read again. Okay? Now, this is the second one. This is still part of the paragraph. So in activity number 4, there's only one paragraph. This is just a continuation. Okay, now let us check your answer. Of course, the main idea is the types of shoppers. Okay, and these are the types of shoppers. For course one, the first one is the necessity shoppers, the overspenders, and the impulsive shoppers. And of course, the signal word used is classified. Okay? Okay, for the last activity, which is what I can do, you have to read the text and make a graphic organizer. Again, you may have to press the pause again and then take time to read. Okay, so this time I use another graphic organizer. This is only one suggested. You can use this also. Okay, and then let me check your answer. Okay, so the first, of course, the main idea, we have the first two groups of animals. We have the invertebrate and the vertebrate. And the other boxes here, we have the examples of invertebrates such as insects, crabs, jellyfish, spiders, and earthworms. And for vertebrate, falls under two categories. We have warm-blooded and then we have the cold-blooded. Okay, so congratulations for those people who finished and then who got the perfect score. So next time, let's see again. Okay, thank you for listening.